Hey everybody, welcome to my freaking nightmare. I'm doing a little bit of work on a tank here, and yeah, it's dented. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's a rider tank. But I'm just going over it and I see that. No bueno. Not good. Now, I'm not upset at the guy that I bought this off eBay because he probably didn't know I had to wire brush and get down below the paint. So it's not like he saw it and knew it and was trying to be deceptive. But if you are one of them eBay part seller guys, and you do make a business and a living off of that, don't be afraid to check the parts over real close. Hit them with a wire brush or my little air wire wheel. Because of the chips on this, I was going through and wire brushing the rust off to get down to the clean stuff, so when I paint it, it'll look good. But yours truly knows how to braze. So we brazed that. I got a little more sanding to do there, but it's basically overall it's shaped. Had to braze some back there. That's a little, well, it's hard to see. Boy, is that hard to see. Little bumpy and rough. I got some to do inside here, and then on the back side I did some there. So this is turning out to be my little nightmare here. Now this tank did not have gas in it for a very long time. It doesn't even smell of gas. Just a little bit of odor coming out of it. I would not recommend taking your oxyacetylene torch and touching it to a gas tank. But what I did do was when I had the hole, it was literally a hole on this side. Right there was a hole. I took my little MAP gas soldering type torch here, and I just took it to the area and just did that just with a little flame. And I didn't get no flashing, I didn't get no carrying on. It didn't even pop and blow the tape off there. So I don't recommend taking a torch to a gas tank. It's a bad idea. You shouldn't do it. I am stupid. Don't be like me. But repairs can be made by qualified persons. And if you feel like you're qualified, I hope you don't blast yourself off to the moon. But it is possible. These tanks can be patched. Now, if it was rotted out and the whole area was gone, or the whole seam here was bad, I wouldn't attempt it. But it was just these weird little pinholes here, like that. And on the other side, the ones I filled, some of them did go clear through into the tank, because as I was brazing this one, the one next to it over here, from down here, the smoke was coming out of the tank, out of there. So, like I said, I don't recommend this. Don't do this at home. It's a bad idea. But I just spent quite a few dollars on this tank, and I didn't want a perfect tank, and everything was pretty expensive. So I figured little dings, dents, whatever, here we go. But the picture of the inside was clean, and the inside is pretty clean. A little light, flaky rust. I'm going to do the old MRC Builds vinegar trick in there and get that done. I wanted to get it scuffed and sanded. Now I ran into this, so I'm going to dump the vinegar in tomorrow night. I'm going to patch those other holes first and dress them up and get them somewhat smooth. I am not a body man by trade. I don't know how to do it. I just go by how it looks and how it feels. If it looks and feels smooth, guess what? It's good enough. So a lot of you old muscle car restorers or restoration guys are going to cringe when you hear that, but it's going to be a rider. I'll probably wreck it and put an even worse dent in it. So it don't have to be perfect. It just has to work and do what I want it to do. But probably tomorrow I'll patch those other couple holes. I don't like using the torch for the last half hour. I'm out in the garage. As you can see, I'm on a plywood bench, and oxyacetylene torches don't mix. So I haven't had a flame out here in almost 20 minutes, so I figured I'd do this video to kill a few more. And I'll probably keep an eye on the garage here for the next half hour or so, and then I'll go in and start fresh for tomorrow. Nonetheless, I am going to fill the tank up with vinegar and see if it leaks out anywhere, because I don't want to fill it with gas, obviously, if I got to patch it. And I might just leave the vinegar in there, but I might just dump it out. I don't know. If it holds and doesn't appear to leak, I'll fill her the whole way up and put the cap on, let it go a day or two, rinse it out, put some gas in there to slosh around, and maybe dump a couple ounces of 2-cycle oil in, just shake it around to preserve it and coat it for the time being until I get the rest of the project done. But as for now, we are patching holes with fire and brass. So I still got that hog to work on. I'm really not wanting to helicoil that carburetor and fight with that. That's not going to be fun. I've been putting it off. I got the Meyer plastics on the 200X. That's going to be getting a clutch probably in the next month or so. Just a band-aid. That engine's coming out, and I'm doing a high compression webcam, 26 millimeter carb, DG pipe. So when you step off of this one, you're going to say, wow, that's only a 200, but it should rip. So we're deep in the midst of lots and lots of things, and the museum stuff is all going off without a hitch. It's basically set up. Some odds and ends here we're going to take care of in the next day or two. Other than that, it opens on the 3rd. AACA Auto Museum, Hershey, Pennsylvania. You're going to want to check that out. And we'll keep you up to date on all the latest and greatest and not so fun projects we have in the works. So we'll see you soon.